Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, we are from CRS and we are representative for the Q&A session. And welcome all the freshmen to the session. So this session will be Q&A by CRS. And if you have any question regarding to taking up a new language, so please feel free to ask us. So I'm from the Thai language program, and Yannick.
Yes, I'm from the French language program.
Okay,
So
now we are waiting for the question.
If there is.
No, actually, if you don't mind, we'll kick off with one of your videos.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
sure.
the plan. Yeah.
Okay.
So just hang on while our behind the scenes team, Lynn, will play the video.
We have nothing to do, no? We'll let you do it, yeah?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Just bear with us. Give us a minute.
Okay, no problem.
My apologies, Mr. Yannick. Can we have authorized the share screen function? Is it possible for you to play the video?
Yes.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Yes, thank you. So for the freshmen who've just joined us, please feel free to log into the polf/FASS live webinar URL. If you were in the earlier session, please hit refresh so that we move to the CLS session. In the meanwhile, enjoy this video. Thank you. Mr. Yannick, apologies, your audio was off.
Sorry?
Yannick, the video is.
The video played, but the audio was off.
Off?
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't hear the video.
You didn't hear the video, but I did. Okay. I did. Okay, so it's a short video. Share computer sound. I click on the share computer sound, so it should be working, no? I try again on your different.
Yeah. Yes, Yannick, the sound is quite soft. You need to go back to the previous video. Yes.
Does it work?
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Yannick, for sharing that video. Freshmen, hope you enjoyed it. We'll now move to the PolF platform and respond to questions from our students. Just bear with us. So while the visual is coming up, maybe I can kick off with the first question. So how are lessons at CLS usually conducted, and how will it be different this coming semester?
Oh, okay. I can take the question first. Okay,
Sure.
so usually before the COVID-19, yeah, we have the face-to-face classes, and we have the what we call lecture, but actually we conducted by more like the tutorial as well. So we offer 13 languages in our center, and for sure, all the classes will be fun and interactive. And of course, we focus on communicative. So the approach that we are using is communicative approach. And also the student will not only provide the opportunity to practice using the language in class, but also outside of the classroom. So we have the cultural event conducted by different language program. We also offer the immersion program. We have the global classroom that we started last semester. So students will have a lot of opportunity to learn the language and also use the language in a useful way in Singapore itself and also overseas.
Thank you. Thank you. If you allow me, I'll move on to the next question. Is it possible to learn 2 languages in university, a European language and a Southeast Asian one?
Yes, I think there
Yes.
is no problem. I mean, Paying maybe can correct me, but we have a lot of students doing French and Thai, or it's up to them if they can fit into their timetable. They can learn 2 languages. There is no issue.
Yeah, I have seen students who take more than 2 languages. So it depends on how they can handle the requirement of each module. So if they think they can handle both, of course they can start early.
Okay, very good. Yeah. Thank you. The next question, 13 languages for very expressive freshmen. Wow, I'm interested in more than 2. How do I plan such that I can make use of the opportunity to learn the languages you offer?
I think like Rungnapa say, you have to start from semester 1 and register straight away for semester 1. Like this, you have more opportunity to learn more than 1 language. And we have as well a language preparation program for Korean, German, and French. And you are given the flexibility. I mean, the opportunity to have four semesters of language without any bidding point, or without you are given the priority to learn that language because there is no bidding point anymore. But it's possible to learn more than 2 if you are really, like Rungnapa say, if you are really willing to put in some effort, because it requires as well some time to learn a new language.
Yes.
But it's usually fun, and we are like Rungnapa say, we are in a small group. And this year for the e-learning in the French program, we have decided to reduce the number of students. Usually it's 25 face-to-face. And we decided to reduce it to 20 for level 1 to 4. And for levels 5 to 8, we are going to have a maximum of 15 students in order to be able to interact a bit more with the student with the online system.
Okay, thank you. Next question is, how are lessons usually conducted? Oh no, I think we've covered this already. Next one is this, are language module credits counted towards UE modules?
Paying, can you help us on that?
I think Paying can help us.
Let me answer this. Yes, it can be counted towards unrestricted electives.
Okay, wonderful. Thanks, Paying, and hello, welcome on board.
Yep, hi.
Thanks for joining the panel. Next question is this, how do I take the placement test?
Okay, students who have prior knowledge in the language and they wish to continue study the language with us, you can visit our website, Center for Language Studies. Under the news and events, we do have a section on placement tests where we state all the information for all the 13 languages. Currently, we are accepting a registration for placement tests. Currently, all the placement tests are actually done online, so it's pretty easy.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Bey. Next question is this. If I'm taking German for LPP, will it be possible to take another additional language as well?
So, shall I answer this? Like
Yes,
what
paying.
what Yannick and Rungnapa has mentioned, you can actually study 2 languages if you are prepared to put in the effort, because the workload for our languages are pretty heavy. So if you are under German LPP and you want to take another language, yes, it's fine if you are prepared to put hard work into it.
Next question is this. I understand that there is a limit. Oops. I understand that there is a, hang on, I'm sorry. Okay, thank you. I understand that there's a limit to the amount of modules we can take for unrestricted electives in our own faculty to be counted for graduation requirement. Is taking a language counted as UE in another faculty, and can it be used for our graduation requirement for UE outside of FASS faculty?
Yeah, I need paying to help.
Okay, this CIS actually falls under the FASS, so it should be under UE. The best is that you actually write into FASS help for advice. They will probably be able to advise you on the workload and all the requirement issue. You can write to FAS help, FAS HELP at nus.edu.sg.
Okay, thank you. Thanks so much, Pei. Thanks
Welcome.
again. Next question. Are there any exchange programs? And if so, when do students usually pursue these programs?
We do have exchange program. I think student can check on the GRO website, Global Relations Office website, to know which university offer exchange. And we have exchange in Thailand. I had student doing French, going for exchange in Thailand. And I've got, of course, student going to France or Switzerland for an exchange program. Usually they do it in year 3, either semester 1 or semester 2, but it's also depends. I mean, they have to work on if they intend to do an internship after all. I mean, they have to calculate when is the best time for them to go, but usually they do it in year 3.
Okay, thank you. So
Maybe
the
Ping
next
want to add some more on the exchange program, or Rungnapa?
I think it depends on the language program. I mean, for Thai, we do have the immersion program, but not exchange program, and we have the what is called now is it's not like the real internship, but it's more like the short holiday working program that we just started. So students actually will have a chance to interact with the locals, but not we will not call like exchange program with the university yet.
Thank you. So the next question. So we heard from Malay studies, South Asian studies, and Southeast Asian studies earlier. I believe that languages will be part of it. So it is something, hang on, sorry, let me repeat the question. So we heard from Malay studies, South Asian studies, and Southeast Asian studies earlier. I believe languages will be a part of it. So is it something that the language studies will be helping us with?
Okay, for the majors, right, if they require our language to fulfill their one of their graduation requirement, yes, of course, you will have to take languages so that it can actually help you to fulfill your major requirement. So with regards to the requirement, like the number of languages that you need to take in order to fulfill your major, it's better to check with the department itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think for Southeast Asian studies, the language will help you a lot, especially when you have to do some project in Thailand. When we have had students who take up to level 5 or level 6, and actually they are major in Southeast Asian studies, and it helped them in such a way that when they do their thesis, they will be able to conduct of course the field works in the locals, and also they develop their own topics related to Thailand. So that way, I'm sure that the language will help them a lot in order to get the information that they need, also mingle with the local.
Thank you. Next question. Are taking language modules compulsory for pursuing student exchange programs?
It's not compulsory, but it's always a plus to be able to communicate, because most European university now they have classes in English, but I'm sure if you spend 6 months in Germany or in France or in Spain, it's good to have a basic knowledge of the language to be able to for your daily life. So it's not compulsory, but I'm sure it's an advantage for you to know the language.
Yes, just to add on, like in the Thai program that we have students from econ or business who also took up the language in order to go for the exchange program in like Chulalongkorn or Thammasat University in Bangkok, or even Khon Kaen University. I think the language itself will help them, again, like Yannick said, in daily life, or of course in converse or talking to friends, to peers. So it can help them to be able to adapt in the culture faster. So it's a plus, whether you have it or not, but it's better to have it early, and then before you embark on the journey in the new country.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Once again, for those joining us, please log on to the paulf.com FASS live webinar. Hit refresh if you were in the earlier session. The next question, I didn't know we can do a minor in languages as well. How does this work?
Yeah.
For our minor, right, there are actually 3 requirements you can opt for. One is to study 6 modules with us. The other option will be 5 modules plus 1 recognized modules. When we meant by 1 recognized modules means that there's actually a list of modules that we do recognize from our own faculty, where you can use it to fulfill the minor. The last option will be 4 plus 2. That means 4 language modules and 2 minors. You can actually visit our website. We do have the page on minor that actually specify how the minor works and what are the recognized modules for each of the languages.
Thank you. Next question, can we still register for the LPP in semester 2?
Yes, you can, usually. If your results are good enough and if you express the interest to join the language preparation program, you will be able to.
Okay, thank you. There's a question from a nervous student here, nervous freshman. What will happen if we fail the placement test?
You don't fail a placement test. A placement test is just to gauge, to know your level. So if you fail, you will go to level 1. It means that you have no knowledge of one of the 13 language. So you don't fail a placement test. It's just to know which level you should be.
Yes,
okay.
Yeah. I just add on that, of course, the placement test will help us place you on the right place, right? In what module? If you have prior knowledge of the language, it's better to start off like level 2, level 3. It depends on how much language you know. And of course, you have to declare the first day of the class, you have to declare whether you have prior knowledge or not. So in that sense, it will help us put you in the right place. You don't like get stuck or get bored in the level 1 if you already have some knowledge on the language.
So freshmen out there, don't worry. Do pursue the languages offered by the Center for Language Studies. On to the next question. I'm taking it's another one about the placement test. I'm taking the placement test. I don't know what level I'll be assigned to. So what should I do for Mod Rec? Because alternate levels are available only in certain semesters, I would like to start taking language modules in year 1, Sem 1, so that I don't have to wait. Here's one from a very eager student.
Okay, maybe can I just answer this question?
Yes.
You will need to know which level you'll be placed in before you go into Mod Rec to select the eligible module. So if in the event that the module is not offered in semester 1, usually it's only the high level modules, then you will have to wait for semester 2 to register for the module. So you should not be selecting the module without knowing which level you'll be placed in, because it's very risky in the sense that you may be asked to drop the module which you have gotten and it's not suitable for you.
And they have plenty of time to register in phase 2 or 3, so they shouldn't worry too much. No? Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying that. Next question is this: what is the exam structure like for languages?
Okay, okay, I can start with like because I'm Thai language program, so I know how it works. Actually, the test, right? So we are 100% CA. So it's a continuous assessment. So we don't actually have like, we do have a test, like the midterm test and the final test. That's a test that we have. And also along the way, you will have to, we have a lot of what you call quizzes and a small test. It depends on the program. Of course, we have the oral test, which to help you be able to apply the knowledge that we have learned before the midterm and the final. So actually we will have like 2 oral tests, which is to help you achieve the goal. And along the way, so we have, for us, we have the writing test because we have the writing script. And some of the program might have the grammar quiz. And also we have the listening quiz. So not to worry, student, because along the way, even though you start from 0, but what you have learned each week, it will add up more and more until the end of the week 13. You will be amazed by yourself that you realize that, oh, I can pass the test, and the test is just part of the module. But what we want to emphasize is the knowledge you have gained from day 1 until the last day of the SEM. You will see that there's so much that you have learned. Yeah.
Thank you.
Can I just add on to Runnapa's answer? All our language modules are 100% continuous assessments. So there's no final exam. So as long as the student is hardworking enough and does the homework diligently, study, put in effort, there shouldn't be any problem in passing the module. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Ping and team. We are about 5 minutes out with about 7 questions to go. So let's take on the next one. If we take a placement test this semester, but decide not to take the language module, will the results of the test be valid for future semesters?
Okay, let me just answer this question. Our placement test is only valid for 1 semester. So if you don't take the module this semester, next semester you will still have to sit for a placement test.
Okay. Thanks, Ping. Are the immersion programs for all the 13 languages? Are there immersion programs for all the 13 languages? What does immersion programs involve?
Okay, maybe I just answer this question. We do not have immersion programs for all the 13 languages. It's only specific a few programs which you can actually find in our website. Usually during the immersion, the students actually attend lessons plus participating in cultural activities like maybe excursion or interaction with the locals and even the host family. So there'll be like, maybe Yannick, y'all can maybe add on?
In French, we have 2 immersion programs. One which is sponsored by the GRO for only a few selected students, around 20 maximum students. So their trip is sponsored, but they need to pay for their air ticket to France. So they will spend a month in a French university, and so they will have, like Ping said, they have classes morning and afternoon, sometimes an excursion in the certain days, and they will be staying with a French family. So it usually happen in June, but this year, unfortunately, it was cancelled. And we have a second immersion program, which is in the south of France, but where students need to pay for almost everything. For their immersion program. So we have 2 immersion program every summer for the French student.
Okay, I can add on for the Thai language program. We do have the immersion program in Chiang Mai and in Chiang Rai that we work with the local university, like Chiang Mai University. They will organize both courses for during the daytime, like half day, and then like paying said a cultural program, so they can like learn both way. Yeah, the same like French program and other program as well, both academic and also cultural exposures.
Thank you, thank you.
Most of the languages have immersion actually.
Yeah,
or they try to.
Yeah, and when do it, I think we do it twice, right, Yannick? Like for us, we do in July for the first one, and also in the second one in December.
We don't do it in December. Maybe this year if they can travel, but usually it's over summer.
Yeah.
Okay. Perhaps one last question. We are coming close to 5 p.m. Can we take modules for different languages to minor in language studies?
Yes, you are allowed to.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
but you won't be taking like 3 minors or 4 minors. The most you can take is only two minor in 2 different languages, because you won't have so much time to spend on all your languages, because you will have to fulfill your major requirements.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Yannick, Ms. Rungnapa, and Lee Pei-ying. Thank you so much for your time. Before we close off, may I request perhaps CLS could share your general email address in case some of our students have more specific curricular related questions?
Yeah, if there's any questions, you can actually write into crssec@nus.edu.sg. Alternatively, you can visit our website. We do have a list of contacts on our administrative staff stated in the website. I'm sorry, because I cannot share anything because my laptop currently is now hanged. I can't even see the Zoom screen at all. I can only talk and listen.
Okay. I'm so sorry to hear that. Thanks for joining us, Pei-ying, and it's good to hear from you, as well as Mr. Yannick and Ms. Rungnapa. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Lisa.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thanks, everyone. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. We hope to see you in our classes.
Yes, looking forward to.
Very soon.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
While we prepare for the next session, freshmen out there, thank you for joining us. For those of you who have just joined in, for those of you who have been with us through the morning, thanks for staying on and going through our different majors. We really appreciate it. If you have any questions related to CLS, once again, the email address is clssec@nus.edu.sg, or visit fas.nus.edu.sg/CLS.